I'm Rachel, and today on Crack Your Bible, I wanted to talk about feminism in the church. Now, I'm not talking about like 2 Timothy, whatever, that is a whole different story, but I'm talking about the feminized church and how even though you still have the majority of pastors being men and the majority of parishioners being women, the church has become completely irrelevant today thanks to feminism. Now, God, unlike other religions, God has always used women in ways to get his will done, whether it's Gael driving a stake through Sisera's head, whether it is Queen Esther making sure that Haman is hanged on his own gallows, whether it is Deborah being a righteous judge in Israel, yada, yada, yada. There are many strong women in the Bible. In the Bible, it also says that in the end days that your old men will dream dreams and your women will prophesy. So there is a place for women in the church, but you see that the church has become completely feminized. It's not about let's preach the truth anymore. It's about let's make sure that people keep giving us money and that they feel good and that they feel happy. And the reason I talk about this is because last night, can you hear this like jet overhead right now? They just go back and forth all day. But anyway, I was reading about the rapture, and so many churches in America teach pre-trib rapture, which means before any of the bad stuff happens, God is going to rapture us. We are going to leave this earth and meet him in heaven. That we're not going to have to deal with any of the negative things that happen when the Antichrist comes to power. Now, that is completely untrue. But you have so many Christians and even pastors, they want to fudge this issue because they don't think it's going to happen in their lifetime, so it won't matter. But it scares people. It really makes people afraid, like, understandably, that, you're going to have to stand up for your faith and you're most likely going to have to lose your life over it. You might lose your family, you might lose your friends, you're probably going to lose your job, you're probably going to starve to death if you're not martyred first. And that scares people. But we can't not tell people the truth because it's not what they want to hear. We can't not tell people the truth because it sounds scary or mean. We have to be honest with people. Unfortunately, like a lot of people, they would rather make sure that you keep coming in, keep giving money instead of telling you the truth. Because people aren't filling seats when you say fire and brimstone, but when fire and brimstone comes and you're not prepared for it, you're going to feel that you were lied to. If you can't believe your pastors on pre-trib rapture, what can you believe them on? And it says that there's going to be a great falling away in the church. There's going to be a lot of people leave when the things that they were told don't play out the way that they were told. They're going to be deceived, and you're going to see a lot of people leave the church. And unfortunately, it's this feminized, like, let's all get along, everybody's happy, we can only talk about positive things and love, love, love. We only talk about the love of Jesus, but we never talk about the righteousness of God or the wrath of God or sin. You're going to lead people to hell. It's going to cause people to die in their sin. And we can't risk that because we are warriors, we're conquerors in Jesus. We're to put on the full armor of God every day. We're supposed to cast our cares on him because he cares for us. We are weak, but he's strong. So we don't have to worry about our physical ability to overcome Satan. Like, we are putting our trust in Jesus. He is the one that helps us through trials. And in the Bible, God doesn't remove trials, but he'll help you through trials. And that's what we need to be teaching, because you don't need to be afraid of what's coming. It's going to be bad, yes, but it's only going to be for a little while. And then in the big scheme of things, like, eternity is so much greater than not even 10 years of trials and tribulation. You just have to prepare yourself for bad things to happen. And are you willing to stand up for your faith? Are you willing to die for your faith? Do you really trust in Jesus that much that, even if you die, you didn't die in vain? Just something that I was thinking about, and it's really frustrating how you want to have this, like, happy feminine, like, everything's great, and live your best life, and these are the plans God has for you, instead of telling people the truth, that, hey, the warning signs are there. And God says, no man knows the day or the hour. Just like if you have a baby right now, you'll know that your kid's going to graduate high school. You don't know the day or the hour, but you can guesstimate that in about 18 years, your kid is going to have a graduation, and based on where you live, you can probably assume, okay, it's going to be around the spring, maybe May, June, but you don't know the day, you don't know the hour, but based on the signs, you can kind of guesstimate when it would be. And then once your kid is getting closer and older, hey, it's just right around the corner, and we can do these things with the second coming of Jesus. I just want you to keep that in mind, and don't be afraid, because we are overcomers. We aren't victims. We are victorious in Jesus, and if you stick with him, you're going to be okay. So I will talk to you later, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.